In this video, we're going to use Angular for conditionals and formatting. So our goal here is that we want to add a new column to check if a salesperson has met their quota. So in our table here on the far right, we'll have this new column called met quota, and then based on their sales volume, we'll have a value of yes or no if they've met their quota. So we'll make use of a conditional ngIf. So Angular provides a structural directive ngIf. We can show content based on a condition or a Boolean expression. So here's one example. In our div, we can make use of star ngIf, and then we could drop in some Boolean expression. So we'll show this content if the Boolean expression is true. And if you'd like to get more details on ngIf, you can look at the online documentation at this link. Alrighty, so in our example, we want to check if the sales volume is greater than or equal to 60,000, then we'll display yes, else we'll display no. So in our little column here, met sales quota, that's the Boolean expression that we'll make use of. Sales volume greater than or equal to 60,000. So in our coding here, we can make use of a conditional with ngIf. So first off, in our table head, we'll set up a new column here, met quota. So that's the new column that we'll have over on the far right. It's our table head. And then inside of our body, we loop over all of our salespersons. And then for our new column, we make use of this div, star ngIf, and we add this conditional. If temp salesperson dot sales volume is greater than or equal to 60,000, then we'll display yes. So that's the case of true. Now for the case of false, we'll have this else block. So else, my else block matches to this ng template in the next line, and we'll give the value of no. So that's the case of false. So for your else portion, you can call it anything. You can call it my else block. You can call it demo, fun, test, anything you want to, as long as those two values match up, my else block. The most commonly used structural directives are ngFor and ngIf, and we've already seen how to use this in some of our examples. Also, there are some others such as ngSwitch, ngStyle, and so on. You can see the documentation for details by going to the link here on the slide. Now, one more example here. We want to format the sales volume as a currency with US dollars. So here's our table. And so for sales volume, we actually want to use the given currency symbol for a given currency. Angular provides currency formatting using Angular pipes. So basically you send data to a pipe for formatting. As an example here, we have this cost and then some value. Let's say, for example, the value is $11.99. Then we can pipe it through the currency pipe for US dollars. This will give us the output of $11.99 with the US dollar symbol. Now, if you'd like to get more details on the currency pipe as far as other formats and so forth, you can go to the link here on the slide. But one thing I'd like to point out is that this is only for formatting. This does not perform any currency conversion. It doesn't use exchange rates, etc. It simply takes a number and formats it accordingly based on the currency that you specify. All right, so there's no magic in the background here, only for formatting. All right, just had to say that. Okay, great. So let's apply this to our example. So we're going to format the sales volume as a currency with US dollars. So in our coding here in our table body for our table data, we have our temp salesperson dot sales volume. We'll use our pipe and we'll pipe it over to currency with USD. And so this will give us our desired output here that we have on our table. There are other pipes available such as date pipe, decimal pipe, and so on. You can see the documentation for details using a link here on the slide. Okay, so this all looks really good. Let's go ahead and move into our IDE and let's write the code.